But it was actually the Glock 9mm that they fired into John Charles de Menezes' head when they called him a terrorist. Naughty terrorist! And then they sped some lies, more lies. He was running, he was wearing a big jacket, and then we saw the footage, and he was gunned down. Innocent Brazilians. I guess they look like Arabs, they look like Muslims, don't they, the Brazilians? So I guess, hey, he was brown skinned, why don't we shoot him? Shoot first and ask questions later. So forgive us if we get a bit edgy when we see a policeman with a gun. Because it could be you could be that innocent guy running to catch your tube. And you get shot 7 times in the head and once in the shoulder for good measure. There's peace in action. Hello, welcome to Downing Street. Welcome to the government involved in 2 illegal wars and the future support of the bombing of Iran. Have a good dinner. You look very nice today. I hope you absorb some of that nice power and prestige which comes with going behind the gates. Enjoy your dinner. Iraq isn't a war, Afghanistan's not a war, the Palestinian people are free, aren't they? Of course. That's it. Enjoy your dinner. We're going to go to war to prevent war. We're going to go to war to prevent war. We're going to war to prevent war. Sounds a bit problematic, going to war to prevent war? Fighting people so they don't fight us? It doesn't really make sense. Because it's not supposed to make sense. You're meant to stay fat and stupid and obedient. Just watch the news, believe that September 11th and July the 7th was the work of Muslim terrorists. Of course it wasn't. But they tell you it was. Of course they do.
They've never been taken. That's the whole point. It's like Thailand. The Thais have never been taken. The same thing in Afghanistan. You know, they've never been taken. The Russians tried to take them in '79, but they've never been taken.
It's a strategic point, isn't it? Everyone wants a bit of it.
Yeah.
And then they call them terrorists. They bombed hundreds of thousands of them, killing hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians. And then they dare call them terrorists. There is no insurgency in Iraq, it is a resistance. They are resisting an occupying foreign force. Can you imagine 180,000 Iraqi soldiers in the streets of England? We wouldn't call ourselves an insurgency, we'd call ourselves a resistance. Do your history, see who funded the Nazis in World War II. It's the same people funding our governments now. Do your research into George W. Bush's grandfather, Standard Oil, selling weaponry and gasoline to the Nazis for the Nazi war effort. It's a very easy way to do it. Get the big private bankers in unison working together, lend money to both opposing parties in a war, wait until they kill each other, and then lend them more money, thus perpetuating the system of economic slavery.
You actually stop me from doing a good job. Like, yeah, I could go out on a response team, do police work. Unfortunately, I'm having to deal with you. We give you the benefit of the doubt, we give you plenty of time. Okay, the official protest is finished at 19 minutes. You said you'd be gone in 5 to 10 minutes. It's now been 15.
What if I change my mind halfway through and I have to do a few more minutes?
Well, then you know what you're doing. You're using that in the prescribed zone. You're not allowed to use that. Okay, so that gets seized. You need to be processed. So the situation is that has to get seized from you. You have to be processed.
You guys got a different job to do.
Yeah.
But I'm here on a spiritual cause, and it's about, I run a channel about lowering.
You respect the police, you respect the police.
Yeah.
So respect God.
Yeah, but we're not all lawyers here, and it's a very grey area. So as a free human being, well, whether SOCPA actually stands, whether free speech with a megaphone actually is illegal. As far as I'm aware, it's not. A case went through the court and it said amplified protest. It's fine wherever. They're taking Brian Hoff through the thing now, and from what I read, I didn't bring the papers on Brian Hoff's case, but SOCPA has been thrown out of court by 2 judges so far, and the Home Office recommendation is it's not really applicable right now. So, because I'm on your side and you've been friendly to me, I would say I'll leave soon. I would like to do a little bit more with the megaphone, but
That's not going to be possible.
But I also, as a free human being, I would also like to remain anonymous, because I know I haven't broken any criminal laws, and we all know that. And I wish for you guys to protect you guys swore an oath to protect all citizens and people. So, yeah.
Are you going to leave now? Are you going to leave now?
No, but it's more complicated than that, because you're saying this in a threatening, non-nice tone, like, will I leave now?
You've had your opportunity. Okay, you've had your opportunity to say, right, this has been sufficient for me.
Also, if I leave, it won't be seized.
Right, if you leave right now, it won't be seized. Okay?
But-
I'll give you that.
But we can't just...
Why won't you take this? Right, I'll give you another opportunity, yeah? I can use my discretion, okay?
Yeah.
And my discretion will be, if you leave now, you won't get processed.
Under what authority would I get processed? As in, what's the law? Like, the thing is, I'm not with you in that I have committed an offence, and also, as a free human being, I'll stress this
You'll have
again.
the opportunity to talk about that in the court. You'll have the opportunity to do something.
Okay, can I ask a question on camera? Okay, I haven't committed any criminal offence, so am I free to go? No. But I don't understand.
Charlie, if you don't give your name, address, and your name, you'll leave us no choice.
But what would you arrest me under?
It's been explained to you.
And lots of other people use the megaphone. And also I've used the megaphone, and people use the megaphone here.
Explained to you.
I know.
You've broken the law. We've told you you've broken the law. You're going to be processed.
Let's leave where everyone wins, yeah. Like,
Well, give your name and address and let yourself be processed.
I respectfully decline to give my name and address.
Then you leave us no option.
I ask you to consider if this is a firm, and if the Board of Regents are the Board of Directors, and if President Kerr in fact is the manager, then I tell you something, the faculty are a bunch of employees, and we're the raw materials. But we're a bunch of raw materials that don't mean to have any process upon us, don't mean to be made into any product, don't mean to end up being bought by some clients of the university, be they the government, be they industry, be they organized labor, be they anyone. We're human beings. There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.